Going around the turn, Cutting Edge and Team Bermuda. Some of the spectator boats you can see in the distance. Heading out of Mallory Square now. S45 Baby Kamikaze 30-foot motion powered by two 200 horsepower Mercury outboards. The driver is Mike Hidalgo from Miami, Florida. Throttleman Ricardo Acosta from Puerto Rico. Juan Santiago from Puerto Rico. He is the owner of this 30-foot motion Baby Kamikaze. S45. So far in S-Class, Cobra is out of the race. Cobra, S77. Right now you're watching S45 Baby Kamikaze with Mike Hidalgo and Ricardo Acosta. Juan Santiago Jr., the driver of record, but it's Mike Hidalgo in the driver's seat for today's race. Eight boats in all entered in S-Class, but right now Cobra is out, leading 7. Great battles going on in S. Great competition. As you can see, bumpy waters here in Key West. And as we saw earlier in the race, Hilazon stuffed it. The whole bow torn apart by the strong waters out here, strong impact. But the driver and the rest of the crew members are okay, no problem. Nice throttling job there aboard Baby Kamikaze S45. As we look into the distance, there is S40 Conch-Attack. Conch-Attack is a 30-foot Spectre. It's powered by two 200 horsepower Mercury outboards. As we get a little closer, we can tell you that aboard Conch-Attack is Phil Semmel. He is the driver. Throttleman is Scott Cates from Key West, Florida. And there they are, Phil and Scott aboard S40 at Conch-Attack, a 30-foot Spectre. And of course, we all look forward to seeing the much larger Spectre, which will become available soon. Spectre Powerboat's a great company, builds great racing boats as well as pleasure boats. Jay from Spectre Powerboats. Conch-Attack S40. Well, once again, the three major racing associations have gotten together to bring you this World Championship here in Key West. Superboat International, APBA, and U.S. Offshore Racing Association. Over 100 boats in all entered. Great event here, a week-long festival. Phil Semmel and Scott Cates right now aboard Conch-Attack S40. There's Feel the Rush in B class on the outside. Feel the Rush. Concattack on the inside. Powered by two 200 horsepower Mercury outboards. Feel the rush as we look upfield. Concattack. Looking upfield there on the far outside is Nemshoff, your leader in C class. Nemshoff. There is Intense Marine in the middle of your picture. Intense Marine. C21. There you see now in the middle is First Scarab. First Scarab. Intense Marine on the inside. First Scarab coming up. But Nemshoff, your leader in C. Intense Marine looking downfield on the inside. There's Intense Marine C21, a 30-foot Max Cat. Powered by two 2.5 EFIs. Mike Strickland, the driver. Rolando Garcia, the throttle man. Intense Marine C21. Special thanks to Scott Manner from Intense Marine for rigging and maintaining this boat. 30-foot Max Cat. They would also like to thank the Bayside in Key West for their fine accommodations. Intense Marine. Intense, powered by two 2.5 EFIs. Uh-oh, what's that all about? Apparently a hole has developed in the bottom of the boat, and it's spraying behind the driver and throttle man. Oh, they've got a problem. Well, Free-Spray Video Productions is calling Angel Helicopter to let them know that this is happening so they can come and rescue these guys in the event that they sink. Apparently, the inside may be filling up with water now. As you can see, they are out of the race, and they have stopped. A hole apparently developing in the bottom of the boat. Intense. With Mike Strickland and Rolando Garcia having a major problem. Hopefully those bilge pumps are working, otherwise that boat could fill up and possibly sink. But Angel Helicopter has been alerted. As you can see, there is water in there, and they could be sinking. So help is on the way. Both crew members, though, are okay. Mike Strickland and Rolando Garcia. Now we're going to go with the next start. The B and S boats, the B boats will be going 100 miles, the S boats 70 miles, and there you can see they've got the green flag, and they are on. The B and S start here in Key West, Florida. Now going to the immediate lead, we've got LoJack and Obsession. There is Obsession on the outside, LoJack on the inside. Obsession, a 37-foot outer limits. LoJack, a 32-foot Fabio Buzzi. Obsession on the outside, LoJack on the inside. LoJack is powered by one 1,100 horsepower C-Tech inboard with a Trimax drive. Daniel Scioli, he's from Buenos Aires, Argentina. He is the driver. Throttle man is Fabio Buzzi from Italy. LoJack, there is LoJack on the inside, Obsession on the outside. Wider shot. Fabio Buzzi on throttles. Daniel Scioli, the driver. LoJack, B2. Obsession on the outside, 37-foot outer limits. This is the beginning of the B start, and these two boats went to the immediate lead right now in B class. The B and S start, that is. 100 miles for the B boats, 70 miles for the S boats. And it's LoJack and Obsession right now in the lead and fighting for the lead. LoJack, V2. Great battle going on here between these two B-boats. Beautiful day here in Key West. As you can see, some clouds in the background with blue skies. Waters, though, choppy, making for a lot of rocking and rolling here in these waters. Obsession a 37-foot outer limits, powered by two 650 horsepower MRD inboards with Mercruiser drive. Obsession. Driver is Harry Turner. Driverman is Mike Fiore. Navigator Bob Bowman for this 37-foot outer limits. Special thanks to MRD Marine Research and Development, specializing in the preparation and maintenance of high-performance pleasure and race boats. MRD is able to meet all the mechanical needs, engine packages, transmissions, outdrives, rigging, as well as the fabrication needs for all of its many satisfied customers. Also, special thanks to Jimmy Buck over at MRD. Also special thanks to Steve Ando, the crew chief, and John Turner. And Freeze Frame Video Productions would like to thank the Obsession Racing team for helping us transport some of our equipment. Obsession V88, your national champion in B class for U.S. Offshore in this 1996 racing season. There's LoJack on the outside. LoJack, a great battle going on here between these two B-boats. Obsession on the inside. Magic Potion now coming into the picture on the inside. Magic Potion, LoJack, and Obsession in the middle. A great battle in B class. Magic Potion, Obsession, and LoJack on the outside. All vying for the lead in B. A lot of flying, a lot of jumping going on. It's a great battle here between these boats. Obsession in the lead. Going around the turn now is Obsession with Magic Potion on the inside. B9 Magic Potion, a 34-foot Magic. Going around the turn. There's Obsession. V88. Magic Potion now coming into the picture. B9 Magic Potion, the 34-foot Magic, powered by two 600-horsepower Chevy Teague inboards with Mercruiser drives. The driver is Rob Storley from Benicia, California. Navigator Steve Ingram from Valencia, California. Driverman Bob Teague from Valencia. Magic Potion B9. Sponsors include R.A. Storley Insurance, Teague Custom Marine. Also special thanks to Rob Storley, his wife Margaret, and his kids Nicholas and Alexandra, and the staff of Teague Custom Marine. Crew members include James Jaber, Chad Schneider, and Ryan Thor. B9 Magic Potion, 34-foot Magic. Owner of Magic Potion, R.A. Storley Racing Incorporated. On the outside, Obsession, B88, a great battle going on here between these two boats. Obsession and Magic Potion, B9. Magic Potion, your 1996 Western Divisional Champion. Also took a second overall in the 1994 Key West races. 94 Rookie of the Year. High points overall in Western Division Regional Racing this year. Magic Potion, B9. Rob Storley, Steve Ingram, and Bob T. battling in B. In Mallory Square as we head towards the turn. On the outside, Obsession, B8. On the inside, Magic Potion. There's Joanna. Joanna, 38-foot fountain in Mallory Square, going around the turn on the outside. B28, Joanna with Magic Potion on the inside. B28, Joanna, 38-foot fountain, powered by two 650 horsepower Troy Dennis inboards with Merc Cruiser drive. The driver is Bruce Burling from Hollis Heights, Illinois. Throttle man Craig LaPont from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Crew members Emilio Dacoba, Tony Dacoba, Butch Streetsenberg, Don Cooper, and Gary Katzman. Crew members of Joanna, B28. Sponsors include La Cantina Restaurants in Paw Paw, Michigan, Arthur Lee for rigging, Troy Dennis in North Carolina for the motors, and Oasis Whirlpool in St. Charles, Illinois. B28, Joanna, 38-foot fountain, Bruce Sperling and Craig Lapine aboard. This 38-foot fountain powered by two 650 horsepower Troy Dennis inboards. Special thanks to Mr. Art Lilly. Bruce Sperling and Craig Lapine looking comfortable in their 38-foot fountain. The waters here at Key West seem to have calmed a bit. Still a little bumpy, though, in spots. There's Great Lakes Caster. Then we've got Feel the Rush on the outside. Team Stalker down in the middle. And up front is Joanna. Great Lakes Caster on the inside. Great Lakes Casters. B96, 33-foot fountain powered by two 500-horsepower Mercury inboards with Merc Cruiser drive. The driver is Jeff Halett. Throttleman Doug Popma. Great Lakes Casters. The Great Lakes Caster Racing Team would like to thank Halett Signs. Also, Great Lakes Caster, National Car Rental, T&M Auto Leasing, Assembly Service, Brazing Concepts, Damaron Truck Sales, Tiger Fiberglass, Morrisman's Bar and Grill, Kais Jewelry, Gooby Restaurant, KW Manufacturing, Lake George Marina, Fishtail Marina, RNF Automotive, Valvoline, Magliner Hand Trucks, Southeast Side Harley Davidson, and Harley's Motorcycle Shop. Great Lakes Castor race team. They're on the inside. Jeff Halen and Dutch Popma aboard this 38, or rather 33-foot fountain. Powered by a pair of 500 horsepower Mercury boards. Feel the rush on the outside. Feel the rush. V96 Great Lakes Castor. Jeff Hallett, driver and owner. V87 Team DeLand Honda 38-foot velocity powered by two 550 horsepower flagship marine imports with Mercury drives. The driver Kevin Brown, throttle man is Steve Kildall, navigator Richard Bird, the owner Pepper Ernst from DeLand, Florida. Team DeLand Honda V87 took the first place in the Southeast Regionals, a first in the Gold Cup Series, and third in the national point standings. Special thanks to Velocity Powerboats, also flagship marine for the engines. Team DeLand Honda V87. Kevin Brown, Steve Kildall, and Richard Bird aboard this 38-foot Velocity. Nice throttling job there by Steve Kildall. We're aboard now. Team DeLand Honda.
I don't see, but Peter's out there. There he is. Watch where you're going, Kevin.
A miscalculation on your left.
Come on, Kevin, drive a straight line.
You got a free side to your right, Kevin.
Go! Get on your numbers. I'm on it. We're right on it.
A stock boat on your left. Joanna's right on your stern, on the starboard side.
Get over, we're gonna get... Come on. Boat down in the front of us there. Go the other way. I gotta go on this side of me. Why are we going over there? You got boats there. Because I got a boat on this side of me. Walk down on the boat. Go straight.
You're safe on the right, Kevin.
Go straight. Go to your side.
Got plenty of room on your right, Kevin.
Okay, I don't see the ball yet. Get on your mark.
We're on Team DeLand Honda. Honda B87 there with our helmet cam. Back to our helicopter shot now. That was, of course, at the green flag at the start with Kevin Brown, Steve Kildall, and Richard Berg. Exciting stuff aboard this 38-foot Velocity. These B-boats are going 10 laps for a total of 100 miles. Indigo and Kiss of Fire in B-Class are out of the race. Some of the other competitors in B-Class include LoJack, Joanna, Miscalculation, The Muscle, Banker, Magic Potion, Instigator, and Rain-X Express. Great competition in B. Right now we're watching Team DeLand Honda B87, 38-foot Velocity. These are the 1996 World Championships coming to you from Key West, Florida. Team Stalker on the outside. Team Stalker. Team Stalker in S-Class on the outside. Team DeLand Honda, of course, in B. And Zero Gravity in the middle there in C-Class. Zero Gravity. We're going to go with Banker now. B7 is a 38-foot found built by Skeeter. Powered by two 625 horsepower Troy Dennis inboards with Mercruiser drives. Horace Barber, he is the driver. Throttleman is Jamie Coates. It's an all-Texas team. B7 Banker. Banker Racing would like to thank Mr. Art Lilly and crew chief Alan Borum for their support. Also, Fred Inman from Imco Marine for their exhaust headers, steering, and engine parts. Banker B7. Beautiful Key West. There's Team Extreme in A-Class on the outside. Team Extreme. B7 Banker 38-foot fountain, who said built by Skeeter. Horace Barber, driver, Jamie Coates, Throttleman. You can see bumpy waters here. There's Great Lakes Caster out of the race in B-Class, another great competitor out of these World Championships right now. This first of 4 races that we'll be covering for you. There's Shogun. Shogun on the outside. But B7 Banker keeps rolling along. Reliable Troy Denison boards. B01, the Muscle, a 33-foot power play powered by two 650 horsepower Innovation inboards with Speedmaster drives. The driver is Diamond Dade Francis from Sarasota. Throttleman, Fast Eddie McCabe, also from Sarasota. The Muscle. In their rookie year this year in this 1996 racing season, they became national champions in B-Class. A terrific, unbelievable season for the Muscle. They certainly have made their impact in powerboat racing this year. Pretty big entourage for the Muscle Racing team. We got their own motorhome and trailer along with the boat, the 33-foot power plate. A lot of people come together to make the Muscle a winning combination, a winning racing team here during this 1996 racing season. And now they're here at the World Championships in Key West. B01, the Muscle. And Police Frame Video Production certainly looks forward to seeing this racing team with a bigger V-bottom boat competing next year. There you can see many spectators along the beach. A lot of muscle there along the sandy and also the docks watching this race. Many spectators having a great vantage point right there, as you can see under some of the umbrellas here in Key West. Mallory Square heading into Mallory Square, the Muscle. The Muscle Racing Team would like to thank the Innovation Marine people for flawless engines, and also Danny Weinstein from Power Play. We've really enjoyed covering this The Muscle Racing Team, and we certainly wish them the best of luck in the remainder of this race and the rest of the World Championships here in Key West, Florida. The Muscle 33-foot Power Play. Some of the spectator boats. A11 Team Extreme 26-foot Corsa powered by one 650 horsepower hardcore racing engine with a Mercury Bravo drive. Driver Jim Arbus, navigator Greg Pratt, and throttle is Donnie Fox. Jim is from Mechanicsville, Virginia. Greg from Germantown, Maryland. Donnie Fox from Mechanicsville, Virginia as well. A11 Team Extreme. This boat is rigged and maintained by Arbus Marine in Richmond, Virginia, which is owned by driver Jim Arbus. Arbus is from Richmond, Virginia, who runs Arbus Marine, building engines and outdrives and rigging boats. Throttle Donnie Fox, as we said, he's from Arnold, Maryland. Navigator Greg Pratt. This is the first time the crew has ever raced together. A11 Team Extreme. Now, this boat was previously campaigned as Hog's Breath in 1994 and Team Hardcore in 95 and 96, winning one championship under each name. The name was recently changed from Hardcore to Extreme by request of Mountain Dew, their new sponsor. A11 Team Extreme. The Extreme Team would like to thank their sponsors, William Fuller from Pepsi Company Mountain Dew of Hanover, Maryland, Bullets owner Dan McMurtry, and Tom Duprensky of Bullets Burgers and Shakes from Richmond, Virginia, for all their help and great food. Thanks to Carl from Hammerheads Brewery in Key West for their hospitality and great beer drinking contest. Also, last but not least, crew chief Tony and Nancy and the crew for all of their help and support during a great week of racing here in Key West. Team Extreme. A11 26-foot Corsa, Jim Arbus, Greg Pratt, and Donnie Fox aboard, doing a great job. V1 Instigator 32-foot activator powered by two 600-horsepower Bandit racing inboards with Mercruiser drives. The driver is Joe Stroh, navigator Curtis Cropper, throttle Peter Meyer. V1 Instigator. Special thanks to Lux Air and Lux Air Conditioning. Also special thanks to Peter Meyer's wife, Julie. Also special thanks to Stonehenge Pub on Long Island, New York. CDC Payroll Services and Kurtz Marine and Kurt Berger and all the rest of the crew over at Kurtz Marine for their reliable Bandit racing engines. Kurtz Marine, the home of the Bandit engine. Instigator V1 32-foot activator. Nice throttling there by Peter Meyer of Port Washington, New York. Joe Stroh, the driver. Navigator is Curtis Cropper. Bumpy waters here in Key West. Instigator B1. It is your national champion under SBR rules. That's why it's B1. Instigator, a great 1996 racing season. Mr. Peter Meyer, Port Washington, New York, the owner of Instigator. Big event here in Key West. We've got over 60 boats, about 60 boats entered in this particular race. Over 115 boats in all in these World Championships here in Key West, Florida. Instigator B1. Peter Meyer is the owner, and he's also the throttle man on this boat, this 32-foot activator. Joe Scrow, the driver, and the navigator for today, Curtis Cropper. B1, your national champion in B class, SBR. B50 Rain-X Express, a 28-foot Welch craft powered by two 630 horsepower Hawk Racing inboards with Mercury drive. The driver Mike Hoffman, navigator Mike Stanko, throttle-man Joe Grayson. B50 Rain-X Express. Now this team is known as the Cut Loose Racing Team. It's sponsored by Boat Sales Inc. and Rain-X from Indianapolis, Indiana. And this young team has already amassed a long list of Offshore accomplishments, although that should come as no surprise to those that know the commitment Boat Sales Inc. has to high-performance boating. Indianapolis has a rich heritage in motor racing, and Cut Loose Racing is adding to that history today. Crew chief for today, Andrew Basinger. Sponsors include Rain-X, Northside Chevrolet Geo, ESPN2, the Rain-X girls, Cindy and Cheryl, Mark and Charlene for the graphics and race support, and CT Peppers, and of course the race sponsors. This is the fourth race for this racing team this year. These World Championships earlier in the year, they took a second in Sarasota, first in Islamorada, and a second in the Bahamas. The team was a big hit on Duval Street because they handed out hundreds of Rain-X samples each night during the race week. B50 Rain-X Express with Mike Hoffman, Mike Stancombe, and Joe Grayson. Mike Stancombe, by the way, the son of George Stancombe, who will be in CT Peppers in the afternoon race in the Model 5. By the way, Mike Stancombe, his nickname is Blade because he likes to always go rollerblading around Key West each morning, so the guys called him Blade for short. Mike Stancombe, the navigator of Rain-X Express B50. Mike Hoffman, Mike Stancombe, and Joe Grayson, driver, navigator, and throttle man. A50 Rain-X Express, a 28-foot Kitty Hawk Manor-Felt, powered by one 750 horsepower Thunderstruck inboard with a Volvo Penta drive. Ray Delaney, the driver, throttle-man Bill McComb. They're both from Sarasota, Florida. Rain-X Express, A50. Other crew members include Phil Esposito, Keith Warmkessel, Bruce Kruglich, and Paul Babagir. Special thanks to Tom Chavy of Rain-X, Ed Solangi of Volvo Penta, and Aki Manafelt, the designer of the boat from Sweden. Rain-X Express A50. Nice throttling job there. Bill McComb, as you can hear, that Thunderstruck inboard. Other competitors in A include Subload Satyr, Medium Master, Renegade, Wizard of Oz, Team Hardcore, Dan Donzi, Rum Runners, Shogun, and many, many more. But right now, it's Rain-X Express 850. Ray Delaney and Bill McComb aboard this 28-foot Kitty Hawk Manor-Felt. These are the World Championships in Key West, Florida. This is the first of 4 races that we will be covering for you this week. Each team, of course, participating in 2 races. The team with the highest combined total of points will be crowned your world champion. This boat is running through this rough water with no problem at all. Rain-X Express. Nice jump. Powered by one 750 horsepower Thunderstruck inboard with a Volvo Penta drive. There is Accurate Marine on the outside. Accurate Marine. It's a 88 Media Master, a 30-foot superboat built on Long Island. Powered by one 650 horsepower MRD inboard with Merc Cruiser drive. The driver is Matt Beck, driverman Greg Quirk. They're both from Long Island, New York. Media Master, 30-foot superboat. This boat is rigged and maintained by MRD Marine Research and Development. Your home for all your high performance as well as pleasure boat needs. MRD specializing in inboards. Another boat that MRD rigs and maintains is Obsession. Obsession is currently battling right now with LoJack. So top of the pack there for Obsession and MRD. And right now, Media Master top of the pack in A class. Media Master, a 30-foot superboat, once again, built on Long Island, New York. Matt Beck and Greg Quirk, fellow Long Islanders with Media Master. The owner, Commercial Wiring Corporation. As we come up now on Phase 2, as you can see, and Renegade is right in front of Phase 2. To tell you that Phase 2 is an A16. It's a 28-foot Scarab powered by one 700 horsepower Chevy Teague Custom Marine inboard with an Artisan Surface drive. Driver is Bob Vila, Travelman Paul Abreu. They're from California. Phase 2, A16. Crew members include Dean Thompson, Paul Newfield, Scotty Colder, and Doug Welch. Sponsors, Vila Construction Company, PSA Marine Services, and Northgate Back Clinic. They took a 3rd place in Ventura in a national race and a 4th place in Las Vegas. This boat is rigged by PSA Marine Service. 28-foot Scarab Phase 2, Bob Vila and Paul Abreu aboard, driver and throttle man. There's Renegade slightly ahead of Phase 2. As you can see the wake, and they're now slightly coming into the picture is Renegade. Renegade there in the middle. Phase 2 on the inside. Battle here in A-Class. Phase 2, a little rocking and rolling there. As you can see, bumpy waters here. But in control, no problem. Doing a nice job, Bob Vila and Paul Abreu. Great competition here between these two boats. Renegade, which is a 28-foot power play, and Phase 2, a 28-foot Scarab. By the way, Roger Aiken is the driver aboard Renegade, and Rick Turmel is throttle man. 28-foot power play against a 28-foot Scarab, as you can see. Not much room between these two boats. Great competition. Nice jump. Renegade, as we said, a 28-foot power play powered by one 650 horsepower inboard, a Blue Thunder inboard with Mercruiser drive. The driver, Roger Aiken, throttle-man Rick Turmel. Now the Renegade Racing team would like to thank Debbie Fleischman for public relations. Also special thanks to Blue Thunder Engines, Robert Stompiano, Stainless Steel Marine Exhaust System, Jerry Smith and Alan Brown, Dollar Marine for the Bravo drives, drive maintenance, and gauges and controls, Mike Wood, Brian and Ron Dollar. Powerplay Boat, Dan, John Gar, and Powerplay Crew. Super Graphics, Michael Chernoff and Julie West. Mayfair for the steering, Binge Good. Also, special thanks to the sponsors in Key West, Bayside Key West, Century 21, and Doctors Alan and Diane Plotkin. Renegade Racing Team, A4. Top of the pack in A, Roger Aiken and Rick Turmel. Nice throttling job there by Rick. 28-foot power play. Nice jump. This boat handling quite well in these rough waters here, bumpy waters in Key West. A29 Wizard of Oz, a 29-foot ultimate Warlock, powered by one 650 horsepower T-Custom Marine inboard with a Mercruiser drive. Eric Colby is the driver. He's from Thousand Oaks, California. Throttleman is Scott DeMarteau from Northbridge, California. Eric, by the way, is the editor of Powerboat magazine. Wizard of Oz, A29. Sponsors include Hydro Hoist, T-Custom Marine, also Precision Finish Inc., Powerboat Magazine, South Beach Seafood, Autometer, and Mayfair. Hydro Hoist, the main sponsor for this boat, Wizard of Oz, in these Key West World Championships. Eric Colby and Scott DeMarteau, both Californians, on this 29-foot Ultimate Warlock. Other crew members include Ryan Thor and Sandy DeMarteau. Nice throttling job there by Scott DeMarteau. This boat handling well in these rough waters, Wizard of Oz. And there you see Feel the Rush coming on. Feel the Rush on the outside. Feel the Rush and Wizard of Oz battling here. Wizard of Oz on the inside, Feel the Rush on the outside. Heading into Mallory Square. Heading towards the hotels and restaurants. Just listen to that engine there, that Wizard of Oz T Custom Marine Import. A66 Dam Donzi, a 27-foot Donzi Marine powered by one 650 horsepower Chief engine with a Mercruiser drive. Bob Kappas is the driver. Throttle man Tony Clements